And the second thing that changed my life a lot is that when I got into college, by the end of second semester, I started doing something very unique that I bet less than 1% of undergraduates do in their college life. And that I started religiously daily on a daily basis, started speaking in English in front of mirror. Now, a skinny kid growing up without much academics, neither sports skills, generally produces an introvert. That's the recipe of an introvert. I was super terrified of talking to anyone. But when I started working towards my academics, I understood that I have to be ready for interviews. How am I going to express my skills and knowledge in front of the interviewers if I can't just talk to any stranger? I'm incapable of doing that. I'm terrified of doing that. So again, I think to some point, to the subconscious, unconscious level, the same martial art philosophy helped me that if you work onto it repeatedly, it is going to improve. And that is what I was talking about. Like sometimes that, okay, consistency is important, routine is important, planning is important, and workout is important. But it has not gone down to the belief level in a way that you don't even need to think about it. That's what I'm saying. Like when I was thinking that how do I improve in my speaking, or how do I improve my spoken English, at that time I was not like consciously thinking that, okay, from martial arts I learned that if you work upon something repeatedly, you're going to improve. But naturally that answer came to me, hey, you need to work on it repeatedly. Whatever you do, you get better at that. Simple as that. How about you need to get better at speaking, so you start speaking on a daily basis. Speak in front of mirror and observe how you speak, and you're going to get better every day. Even if in a minuscule level, you're going to improve. So that's what I started to do. So you just need to look at the objective and ask what you need to do to improve. And whatever the answer is, you need to do XYZ, do that every day and do that consistently for months and years. And it's going to work out. So those are the long-term returns that we do not have the patience for. Anything, any skill that you want to develop requires and demands time as well. And you have to put that time. All right. Okay, it's not a product that you will be able to buy with money. All the money of this world will not give you a better spoken skill if you're not going to speak on a daily basis. Observe how you speak and work on your weaknesses. So that is what I started to do in the second semester itself by the end of it, and just found time whenever my roommate was not there, because it was a weird kind of thing, right? Speaking in front of mirror is basically speaking to yourself, and I was super uncomfortable to do that in front of a roommate. So whenever my roommate would be going outside with friends or maybe in class and I was having an off day or something, then I would be speaking for just 20 minutes or so, and then I just started recording whatever I spoke so that I can listen to the way that I'm speaking. And initially it started like, okay, I want to make a diary entry, what I did throughout the day. So people generally write down, right? Not generally, like some people generally write down in a form of diary entry of what they did. I think that concept is obsolete. I do not think that any of the kids today is doing that, but there used to be a time long before. So I thought that maybe I should record whatever I was speaking, and that would go like a journal, kind of a documentary, so that I can look at it 5 years later and see what I was thinking. Never did that, never looked back 5 years ago, see what I was thinking, because I was too terrified that I'm going to sound so dumb. But anyways, that when I was recording, I listened to it at that time. And when I started to listen to myself, it was horrible. Definitely. You ever record yourself? Sometimes don't people do this? Like they try to sing in a microphone. Nobody's there. They try to sing in a microphone and then they listen to how they sound. Delete from bin. Freaking nobody should ever hear that. Right? In a similar manner, if you speak and record in a microphone and then listen to your own recording, you're going to be disgusted of yourself. But that is important. because now you know how horrible you sound. So what are you going to do about it? Either you're going to improve, or you're going to live rest of your life knowing that you sound disgusting. So I chose to improve upon myself and found out that tiny things that I could work upon. The first thing that I found out is that I was speaking very low, in a very low tone, as if someone else is going to hear what I'm saying. And then I worked upon that, increased my volume, increased my energy, then found out a lot of connectors, eliminated them one by one, new connectors, new eliminations. And there are various ways of improving your communication skills. Like sometimes we speak in a monotone, right? That is boring. So these are the things that I've already talked about in Art of Speaking. Tiny plugin. Go over there, enroll for the course if you're interested to know the whole concept and the program. It is a 1-month program with live sessions, recorded sessions, and regular assignments. Anyways, coming back to the point. So I started working on it and stuck to it for the next 3 years. And nobody found out throughout my college life. Nobody found out that this is what I was doing when I'm alone. And if someone would have listened to me from outside the door, maybe they thought that I was talking to someone, or they thought that I was crazy. But I knew that this is improving my communication skills. And by the time, just 1 year later, when I was sitting for Indian Army interview, it was a undergraduate level interview. That interview would be giving you an entry to SSB round, which is the physical round. So in 1 year itself, it gave me immense confidence. Like, now I know my ground, and now I'll be able to express myself in the language of English that I was sure of. And I did well. I performed well, and I got selected. Out of 300 or 400 people who appeared, I was one of the 20 who got selected. I did not appear in the SSB, however, because the SSB dates coincided with my GATE 2016. So I chose GATE over there. And then there were a lot of campus interviews like TCS. I did well over there. The interview went flawless. This was 1 year later. Capgemini had a group discussion round. I qualified that. And later on, I used this in the BARC interview or ISRO interview or all the interviews that I appeared in. But that's all that it needed. Like 1 year time was needed for me to gain the experience, to gain the confidence. And then it only got better from there. Like even 3 years ago, I used to sound kind of low compared to what I sound right now. I've improved in the last 3 years as well. You can go and watch my earliest videos. So you can keep on improving as long as you're putting energy. Now tell me, how many people do you think does this? Like speak on a regular basis. I know a lot of my followers have started doing this, but that's because they know that I've been talking about this for a long time and they know that this works. But in that time and age where nobody was talking about it, I did what most people did not. And that gave me results, right? So you have to think a little bit different. And nobody is going to encourage you to do these things. Like nobody encouraged me to go ahead and practice martial arts. Nobody encouraged me to speak on a daily basis. I did it on my own because I saw growth and progress. And a thing about martial arts that I would like to add over here is that what martial arts gave me, I do not know how much it was correct or how much it was wrong, but it gave me a sense